Welcome to Brooklyn's Roses, the fun storytelling adventure for kids of all ages. Now, in our last episode, Brooklyn was surprised by her daddy when he showed her a train set that he had built on a big table. There were farms, airports, and tunnels that he placed on the table too. It was called Brooklyn's Railroads. Now, gather everybody around for this week's story called Thank You. Brooklyn was in absolute love with her new train set, and Daddy and Mommy adored watching her have fun. Brooklyn felt that she had the best Mommy and Daddy ever. They made her heart smile. As Brooklyn thought about her amazing parents, she began to think of ways she could show them how much she loved them. She remembered how Mr. Sun made her feel so happy and bubbly inside, and she wanted to make her parents feel the same way. What she didn't know is that they already did. They loved Brooklyn as much and were extremely grateful that she was their daughter. One morning, Brooklyn was watching her Mommy and Daddy cook breakfast together, and she decided she wanted to cook for her parents. "Mommy?" Brooklyn asked. "Yes, dear," replied Mommy. "I want to cook too." "Aw, that's so sweet. Well, when you get a little older, we can teach you." "But I want to cook now, please. Please, Mommy. Please, can I cook something now?" asked Brooklyn. Daddy and Mommy looked at each other and then looked at Brooklyn. They could tell that Brooklyn really wanted to cook, but they weren't sure why. Daddy looked at Brooklyn and said, "Well, little Rose, it seems like you really want to learn to cook. What's your favorite breakfast food?" asked Daddy. "Pancakes!" screamed Brooklyn. "Wow, mine too. I love pancakes," said Mommy. "What's your favorite food, Daddy?" asked Brooklyn. "I love all types of breakfast food. Pancakes, eggs, bacon, sausage, fried potatoes and onions, hash, scrambled eggs and cheese." Brooklyn interrupted her daddy as he was talking, and she said, "Hash? What's hash?" "Ah, little Rose, let me school you. Hash can be a meal all by itself, and it's easy to make. All you need is some meat chopped into small pieces. Corned beef is best. Add some fried potatoes and onions and mix it all together." "Daddy, you're weird," said Brooklyn. Mommy laughed and said, "Daddy's not weird. He is greedy, though." Brooklyn laughed and said, "Daddy's greedy." Daddy shook his head and laughed too, as he said, "Call me greedy if you want to, but that's good eating." "Where'd you learn to be greedy, Daddy?" Mommy laughed again. "I don't know what Mommy's laughing at. She's like this kind of breakfast just as much as I do," said Daddy. "Well, maybe not as much as you do," snickered Mommy. "Oh, really?" exclaimed Daddy. "Do I have to remind you how much you loved my Aunt Gertrude's soft, fluffy butter biscuits and sausage gravy? Or her home fries?" Daddy turned to Brooklyn and said, "Every time Mommy and I would visit my Aunt Gertrude or any of my family in the country, she would always tell me how much she liked being around them and how she really enjoyed their cooking." "You make it sound like I only visited to eat," laughed Mommy. "Well, I can't blame you if you did. My aunties and uncles could burn," said Daddy. "They caught on fire, Daddy?" asked Brooklyn. "Oh, no, little Rose. When Daddy says they could burn, He means they cook very, very well, said Mommy. I want to learn how to burn, said Brooklyn. Keep watching us, little Rose, and you will, said Daddy. Now, why don't you help me stir this pancake mix? We need milk, butter, a little bit of vanilla extract. Vanilla extract? What's that? Asked Brooklyn. Ah, vanilla extract is what gives the pancakes added flavor to make them taste good. But we only use a little bit of it, said Daddy. As Brooklyn and Daddy were stirring the pancake mix, Mommy said, we should visit your family, Daddy, and let them meet Brooklyn. Maybe she can learn some cooking tips, said Mommy. That sounds like fun, said Daddy. Let's do it. I'll give them a call and we can visit one weekend. Yay! Shouted Brooklyn. I'm going to learn how to burn. Well, little Rose, it's more than just learning to cook. It's about spending time with the rest of your family and playing with your cousins, said Daddy. We all should be thankful that we have family we can spend time with and learn from. Your daddy's right, little Rose. Family should always have a special place in your heart, no matter how near or far away they live. I'm thankful for this family, said Mommy. Me too, said Daddy. Me too, said Brooklyn. As Brooklyn was helping her daddy stir the pancake mix, she began to think about all the new family members she was going to meet, and she couldn't wait to play with her cousins. She was glad she had a mommy and daddy who showed her so much love and spent time teaching her new things. Daddy and Mommy, Brooklyn asked. Yes, little Rose, they answered. I love you, and I'm glad you're my mommy and daddy. Oh, little Rose, that's so sweet, said Mommy. We're glad to have such a wonderful little Rose. You make us smile. You sure do, little Rose, said Daddy. I'm thankful every morning that I wake up and can see the sun, smell the fresh air, and hear the birds singing. But there's one thing I'm most thankful for. Do you know what that is, little Rose? Asked Daddy. No, replied Brooklyn. Well, Daddy gently kissed Brooklyn on the forehead and sang, with my eyes I can see, with my ears I can hear, with my nose I can smell, and with my mouth talk so well. I'm glad to see the sun shining in the day. The moon's light at night is peaceful, wouldn't you say? But of all the sights to see and all the things to do, I'm mostly thankful for the little Rose that's you. What about you? What are you thankful for? Is it your family, your friends? Tell your family how thankful you are for having them in your life. Did you enjoy this week's story? Good. Well, please come back for another episode of Brooklyn's Roses next week. Until then, smile to make someone else smile. Don't forget, smile to make someone else smile. Bye-bye.